Welcome, welcome, welcome. We live. Y'all on tonight again with the Homeboys conversation. We missing one member. He decided that Miami was more fun this week, so we gonna have to be a placeholder this week for him. But we got the regular cast, the regular fellas here, and we about to dig into the much anticipated and much waited sequel coming to America 2. Right at the bat, we gonna introduce our fellow homeboys up here. We got Ayo.
How you guys doing?
We got I guess is he representing the kingdom of Zamunda? We got
yes, I am.
man T. What's up?
No. Correction. Call me Saya. Nah, what's up, y'all? I just thought I'd do a little something special for y'all.
What is that, velvet? Like
Don't take it personal. I'll make it, boy. I'll make it, boy. Stop playing with my man like that. Leo, don't take it personal.
They already, what's name? Siobhan, like what T got on?
Man, I got on. This is what the king of Zamunda wears. You never seen in the movie? You got the lion on the shoulder. I'm a king. I'm a king, man.
Hey, so let's get straight into it. We got a lot to unpack. Again, everybody know Coming to America 2 came out last Friday, and it is what it is. We're gonna give you a pre-disclosure before we get into unraveling the movie and asking questions. We always, ask our panel the same few questions. I'm gonna start with you, Ayo. Do you think the movie was a must-see? Do you think it was a must-see if you've seen the original Coming to America? Do you believe that it should have just been on Amazon? Or do you just feel like, it's a waste of time?
I believe it was a must-see if you seen the first one. But a lot of people wasn't old enough to see the first one. So.
But it was a classic. If you ain't smart enough to make your kid or help, let your kid watch the first one, then they really missed out on something.
I know. But there was a lot of kids that didn't even know. I work at an elementary school. They were like, "What's that?"
Oh wow, their parents done them a disservice. T, what you rated? Is it a must see? Is it a must see if you've seen the first one? Should it have just been on Amazon, something to stream, or is it just a waste of time?
I agree with Ao. It was a must see if you've seen the first one. If you didn't see the first one, you could have just watched it on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Like I told my little brother to watch the first one and then come watch this one so he could give his opinion. He a new generation, so
he's a millennial. He's a millennial. I totally agree. I think it was a must see if you watched the first one. But I in my opinion also that I didn't add, I feel like I guess your expectations shouldn't have been high. If you're gonna take my opinion. But let's just get straight into it. One of the first questions that we discussed way before the movie came out that T actually brung up. If you seen the movie, you notice they had Wesley Snipes, they had Morgan Freeman, they had En Vogue, they had Michael Blackson, Rick Ross even had an appearance. They had Tracy Morgan and a slew of other new characters along with the past characters. In some way, do you feel like the movie was overcast? T, man, you talked about this before. We was going back and forth. That was one of the things when the movie first post came out. We asked like, we hope it don't get overcast because we start every little skit, they do of it, every commercial of it. It was, all they kept doing was showing the cast. Do you think, they overcast it?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like they overcast it because seeing how they overcast it is like they came up with some unnecessary parts in the script. Like everybody didn't need a part. Rick Ross had like one or two lines. Like he didn't even need a part in the movie. So it felt like they was drawing the movie out, making it longer than what it needed to be with a lot of unnecessary stuff. So it threw me off.
Hey, yo, how you feel? Do you feel like it was overcast?
Yeah, but in a different sense. I thought the sun was too much, and ain't nobody. What happened to Plan Bs and DNA tests?
I don't think they had Plan Bs back then.
We talking about now.
Oh, I'm talking about the first movie.
It's not
There
no.
wasn't no Plan B.
He talking about now. He talking about how come like now nobody done a Plan B or anything like that.
Or a DNA test.
No, not Plan B. But he said now how come nobody done a DNA test?
Yeah, the DNA test. I don't know.
Man, they seen that gold and he said, "I am your son." I am. You see, when he picked the gold bar. He like, "I am your son." Yes.
We got my man Leroy said, "Slim, I felt it was a great movie." He thought it was great. I guess we got some people that thought the movie was funny. Me, I felt like, yeah.
You ain't think it was funny?
To me, I felt like I didn't feel like it was overcast. I just felt like it felt flat. I felt like they used the cast to make it bigger than what it needed to be. Like I felt like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I felt like
I agree.
Coming to America name stood on its own, and I felt like having all of those different characters wasn't needed because it was like you already you got a legacy. That movie came out 33 years ago, and I was just talking to somebody today. I still laugh at that movie to this day. So I guess we're partly at an agreement that we feel like the movie was partly overcast, but it probably fell flat. One of the other questions that bothered me from watching the movie also, I want to get to a few questions in there as we continue to skip along. I thought the movie was great. I'm still wondering what y'all watch because I thought otherwise, So one of the things that I noticed in the movie, two characters that were main features in the movie, and I actually was I actually didn't pay attention that they wasn't in this movie, but then I thought back to when somebody asked me so and so wasn't in this movie. I wonder, did any one of y'all notice? Hey yo, did you notice that the sister and the ex-boyfriend wasn't in the movie? Did it dawn on you? Did you even think about it at that particular time? Hey yo.
Yeah, I did because I had a crush on her, the sister. I was like, where is she at? I want to see how she look now.
Allison Dean. Allison Dean.
The Soul Gold guy, not that much.
You didn't think he played a part where he actually, should have probably been in this one? I mean, maybe they could have done something.
He got his girl stole.
But now he with the sister. I got
with the sister.
I only remember the sister.
At the end of the movie, he got with the sister.
She was just
they brought so many people back. They might as well have brought Samuel L. Jackson back. Make him rob the McDowell's in Africa or something.
They might as well. I got a couple of more people who actually agreed with me. Like Brandon said, the movie was trash.
Yes, it had too many people. Yeah.
I don't necessarily think it was totally trash based off the people. Again, I think it was trash just simply based off of the script. I really do think it was just trash off the. But let me ask y'all this: do y'all feel like the movie should have even been called "Coming to America"? Hey yo, what you think?
I mean, kinda, yeah. What else you gonna call it?
I agree. I say yeah.
Going back to Zamunda?
Me personally, I don't think it should have been a Coming to America sequel.
Why you say that?
Because Coming to America was based off of him. The movie actually was done in America. It was about America. You had the beginning of the movie of Come to America, the first one, and then you had the end of the movie in Africa. Those were the only parts that was in Africa. So that's where the name came from. And this one, it was mostly supposed to be, filmed in Zamunda. I thought it should have been I don't know, Welcome to Africa type thing or something like that, or Welcome to Zamunda. You could have. I felt like you could have done something much different, or changed the name in a way where it actually would have helped our expectations. I guess nobody.
That's partially true. Nah, that's partially true. That's partially true. Because being as though that movie was so legendary, when you hear Coming to America, you automatically think the movie gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna think it's gonna be epic. And it didn't really live up to that. So if you watch the movie with grandeur expectations, then you probably got let down more than like I'll say 8 out of 10 people got let down. I say that.
Okay.
But like with me, I watched the movie the first time with the expectations of it being just as good as the first one. I didn't even finish the damn movie. I cut the movie off halfway through. Then I watched it again and was disappointed. So I said, let me watch it one more time and with no expectations and just watch it as if I'm watching something that I never seen before. So I watched it with my little brother.
Mm-hmm.
He loved it. I kind of started liking certain parts of it after a while, but it still was too cheesy to me though.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I just feel like the name could have been different. You know, as you know, just to piggyback off of what you just said. Hey, yo, did you go into watching a movie? Like, what was your expectations when you heard they were making a sequel and the sequel of Coming to America was coming out? What was your expectations?
Not for it to be the same as the first one. I had lower expectations. That's why I liked the movie when I watched it. Kind of, I didn't expect for it to be. I expected for it to have moments.
T, what was your expectations?
I expected to be crying, laughing. Like it didn't give me enough. Like nothing was really that funny to me. The part, and it's wrong. The part that I find the most funniest is where his father died at the funeral, and he was like, "I'm about to die," and he died. It's just the way James Earl Jones' face looked when he died. That was the funniest part of the movie to me. That was it. I know that's wrong, but whatever.
Said that said you can't watch the new movie with the old expectation.
You
The only reason why I disagree with that is because the name that goes into exactly what I'm saying. I watched it. I'm a big Eddie Murphy fan, and Coming to America is a classic movie, and I was watching it based off the old movie because of the name. Had you not gave it the same name, then I actually would have been able to watch it in a different manner. But I'm thinking about laughing. I'm not looking at it Coming to America and trying to be serious or political or anything like that. And I know in this day and climate, you gotta worry about what you put out there to not be as disrespectful or quote unquote cancer culture. But I just feel like if you gave it that name, you was gonna have to try to bring it as hard as you brought it in the first one. That was just my own opinion. I just feel like it I don't know. I just feel like it could have been. I feel like it should have just been a spinoff. It should have had some type of spinoff. I'm gonna read some of the comments. The old prophets with the DNA. Yeah. The vision who told him he had his son. Oh, you talking about the currency, Joyce? Oh yeah. I just feel like it could have been a little different. I mean, I feel like the name could have been different. One of the things I wanted to do that was how Simi acted. Like, during the movie, even from the beginning, where him and his Eddie Murphy and his daughter actually training and this and the third. When Eddie Murphy said he was coming back to America, one of the things that when he said he was coming back to America on his own, when he was coming to get his son, and he told Simi to kind of hold down the castle, and Simi's like, I'm no soldier, something of the sort. And even when Simi walked in the battle to fight Wesley Snipes, he still acted like cowardly. Do either
Like
one of y'all remember Simi being as soft? Because in the first joint,
no.
he was staring at Samuel Jackson, like you said, in the robbery with the shotgun in his face, like, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? But this one, they kind of made him soft. Did any one of y'all like feel some type of way about that? Ayo.
Wow, Sammy being soft now. Now he got old.
Yeah.
He can't whoop nobody no more. He can't do that thing he did with Samuel L. Jackson when he swept him off his feet.
I don't know why.
I mean, Eddie did that.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy did that, but Eddie Murphy's still training. Why is he still seeming like he's like?
But like, okay, I didn't feel no type of way about Simi being soft, but I noticed that he was being soft. I noticed that Eddie was being soft too. He was acting scared of Wesley Snipes.
You said
you ain't noticed that?
Yeah, I did. And I found all that to be kind of weird because again, they both were much more. I guess they presented a much more tougher exterior, than the first one. So I had a huge problem with that. I had a real huge problem with that. But one of the things that we talked about earlier that we, on the sidebar was if Eddie Murphy or one of them would have came to either one of y'all and, was like, hey, this is the script we're about to come out with. We're about to do a Coming to America 2. What y'all think y'all would have done different to the movie? Hey, yo, let me hear from you.
I would have took the son out.
That's it?
Yeah, I just thought the son was too much. I thought he was too much. I would have had the daughter be the person who ruled and stuff. Just made her off the break and let her find love or whatever she was going to do. I don't know. She might have been a lesbian.
T, what do you think? How did you, if Eddie Murphy gave you the opportunity to fine tune the movie, what do you think you would have done different?
I probably would have dialed down some of the star power because when you get a lot of famous people or stars, they tend to like try to overact. You know what I mean? They got to match the other person's whatever you want to call it, but they're not able to. So I probably would have dialed down some of the star power. I damn sure have made Wesley Snipes stop dancing because I didn't even know what was up with that. This man was dancing. I don't understand that, and I don't see the point in Vogue and Salt and Pepper being in the movie. Like they shouldn't even know about that in Zamunda for real.
I know. I actually didn't understand none of that part. To go back to what Ayo said earlier, I think if it comes down to, like me, I really think if it was going to be a Coming to America sequel, they could have done it much better by just letting the daughter take over the rim, because I felt like the plot behind it was good, as he didn't have any sons. He got these 3 daughters and a male heir got to come take over the kingdom. And I thought it would have been a great twist of plots had it now been the daughter looking for somebody else to marry, and they feel like, oh, we made you into a queen, and you're going to be a queen, and somebody going to come over this kingdom. And they actually could have put them in America. Like, what would y'all thought about that? Had it been the daughter back in America and Eddie Murphy and them playing those same characters, would y'all have had a problem with that? T.
I don't think it. I think the movie genre would have changed if they did it like that. It would have been less of a comedy and more serious to me if they would have did it like that. I mean, it's hard for me to explain, but yeah, I feel like it wouldn't have been as it wasn't that funny now, but it wouldn't have been able to be that much funny because that seemed like a more serious type subject or plot for the movie. They would have did it like that.
Hey, yo, how you feel?
That was my plot twist. I definitely would have wanted that to happen. I would have liked to see that more than what I.
I don't feel like I feel like you could have made it a comedy in that way. Now, I was talking to somebody about this earlier. I would have not have liked it Tiffany Haddish, but I would have liked it had they had female characters. And the reason why I say Tiffany Haddish, it seems like when people talk comedy this day and age, Tiffany Haddish is their first, go-to. But I would have liked for them to use some new comics and female characters to come up and do, some female characters to do like what Eddie Murphy and them said. They could have done a barbershop salon scene type joint with some female character in there now and kind of made the movie, 21st century. I feel like they had a whole lot more they could do. What would you have thought about that? Could you feel like that would have been something else?
I like that. I wish they would have gave the lady Estelle. I think her name is Estelle. She got the blonde hair, the short haircut. Is that her name? Estelle. I feel like she the son aunt or something like that. She was counting the candles on the cake.
Oh, okay.
I feel like now she's hilarious to me. I feel like they could have gave her more parts in the movie, more speaking roles instead of some of the people that they gave it to. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. They could have gave more females, more speaking parts and whatnot.
Yeah. Hey, yo, would you have seen something like that? Had they done like a beauty shop?
Yeah.
Had they done a beauty shop, barbershop with a female character playing like you know what I'm saying? Kind of playing that type of role like how Eddie Murphy in the play?
Not really. I don't know no up and who good. I don't really watch the women. I ain't gonna lie. So I don't know.
But just like what do you say? What her name was?
Linnell, yeah.
Oh.
And then you got to think about the two women who they had. They were comics.
Yeah.
The one from is she from Saturday Night Live?
Mm-hmm.
The one who played the
other movies.
She was funny. She could have had more roles.
Yeah, she's funny. Yeah.
I said she's funny. She could have had more roles.
Yeah, but I feel like they could have made, because for some reason, me personally, I didn't like the energy between the daughter and the son. At one point, it just felt too like they were
like they liked each other.
Yeah. And I looked at it at one point, and I didn't like that. I'm like, hold up, is they? Because at one point, the movie threw me off because again, like Ayo said earlier, they didn't have a blood test. So I actually assumed it was going to turn out that's not his son, and
that's what I was thinking.
And the dude was going to get together. That's how I thought actually was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What you talking about that, Ayo? Oh, Leslie Jones.
Thank y'all. Y'all so helpful.
Yes, they're very helpful.
We just butchering everything.
I appreciate my Facebook crowd, man. They showed out for. I guess this y'all movie for tonight. Guess everybody watched this movie.
Yeah, everybody popping up in the comments. I appreciate y'all.
This week.
Real.
That I still see your question. I am actually going to address it in a little while. But what would you have seen? Thought about that, Ayo? If had she done like a had she actually done like a Eddie Murphy, Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, barbershop, beauty salon, and they kind of combined it in there in a little more. Like, would that have I think that would have brought another dynamic to the movie.
Nah.
Hey yo, come on, don't stop this. It's like you being shy all of a sudden. What's up?
I said nah. No, I don't feel like that would have been a good dynamic. I don't agree with that. No.
You don't think so? I think it would. I think it was because, like I said. But let me ask you this: the movie continued to persist. Of course, he overhears. Wesley Snipes and Eddie Murphy talking about, what he actually was picked for. or why he came to America. Did anybody find it strange that him and the I guess what was the beautician got together so soon? Like, you know, at least when it came to Eddie Murphy and Lisa, you know, not only one, he was chasing her for I guess so over some time, and then two, they actually dated for a little while before they actually thought about getting married. Do anyone of y'all nobody question why all of a sudden y'all getting married and we only seen y'all in 2 parts in this whole movie together? Like, did anybody see something wrong with that dynamic? T, what you think?
Well, you can't find something wrong in that with a nation that arranges weddings, Red. Okay? There is no time limit on getting married in Zamunda, all right? We pride ourselves on rapid marriages over here in Zamunda, okay? We get to the draws, like my man Tommy said. God rest his soul. GTD, get to the draws, okay?
Uh-huh.
But nah, I like that. I like that. Because, like, I could tell they were going to get together, though. She liked the type of person that he was. You know what I mean? She let him be herself. So I knew they were going to get together. Them getting married, yeah, it was kind of fast. But remember, he was trying to rebel because his feelings were hurt. So he probably was doing it just to prove that he is his own man. He's going to do what he want to do. He's not going to marry Tiana Taylor. He's going to marry her, the girl that he liked, because he's rebelling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I wasn't thrown off by it.
Hey, yo, how do you feel? Did it throw you off? Did it throw you for a loop? Like, y'all think y'all about to get married?
Yes, it did. Especially when he chose her over Tiana Taylor because she was looking good.
Bruh, but
I would have went with I was like, why break tradition now? Let's go with the arrangement.
nah, I would have went with the beautician, bro. You tripping? I can't be with no woman that's just going. He like standing right here. She stood right there the whole time. I can't. Nah,
you ain't gonna have no
I
problem.
don't want that. I don't want that. Fight back.
No.
Something. Say something. Yeah, defy me a little bit.
Let me ask y'all. I told Dad I'd get back to a question I want to ask the fellas. Did any one of y'all see an issue with the colorism in the movie, where the dark-skinned woman was the aggressor, the third one, and Eddie Murphy? Actually, what I just found out, Eddie Murphy's real daughter was the middle child.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot her name. Did any one of y'all actually pay attention to the colorism in Coming to America? Did y'all notice that? T, what you say?
To be honest with you, I didn't notice the colorism in the movie until just now when Dad said something about it, and that's only because I didn't enjoy the movie, so I didn't really pay attention to it hard enough for me to even notice it. But now that she's saying something about it, I absolutely see where she's coming from with that. It's the truth. I do. I see it when she say that.
Hey, yo, did you see anything is based on how they based it? And now that she said it, now that it's coming back, I'm really. Did you see anything like? Did it seem like they depicted the darker skinned women as the aggressors, and the light skinned women are more like mild mannered and ladylike?
As far as the mother, yeah, the stepmother or whatever she was.
The stepmother?
Leslie Jones, yeah.
The bastard child. Or the bastard child.
Very aggressive.
You could even take that.
I didn't know the color.
Huh? But you can take that to his daughters.
Huh?
Yeah.
You can take that all the way back to his daughters. The light skinned one was the smart one. She was into all the like modern stuff. And his oldest one, which was the dark skinned one, she was like the African warrior princess or something. You know what I'm saying? Fighting, everything. She aggressive. All that. So yeah, I can see that. That definitely got a really good point with that.
Yeah, I didn't, just like she said when I didn't think about it until she said it. That's why I wanted to make sure I came back to it. Was that the oldest daughter she was an aggressor. She was and Leslie Jones. And actually, let's think about it. Lisa is actually a light-skinned woman. Lisa was the lighter virgin. And her whole demeanor was kind of always mild-mannered. Like she was always, and let's even think about this in the first one. The youngest sister, which her real name is Alice Dean. I just found that out. Her real name is Alice Dean. She actually was the very aggressive one in the first one. And I guess until she said it, I didn't realize that's actually how they portrayed it. One of the things that I just came out and found out that Eddie Murphy and yes, I made sure. But Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall came out and said that Paramount at the time, it was supposed to be an all-black cast, meaning everybody. Back in, I guess the movie came out in 88, 33 years ago. And Arsenio Hall said that Paramount had told them that they had to have a white guy in the movie. And they said they gave them a list of 3 names. He didn't tell other 3 people. He said they gave a list of 3 names. And he said they told them to pick one. So they end up picking the dude Louis or Louis, I forgot his name. But they end up picking him to be in the movie. I mean, when you look back at the movie, do you actually still see him as an authentic character? Because even though, I guess they forced him in the movie, I never really paid attention to him. What about you, T?
Who the hell are you talking about, Red? Like, I'm being honest, I don't even know who the hell you talking about.
I'm like, man, I started off mopping floors. He said, then I moved up the letters. And he was like, soon I'll be on fries. Like, you don't remember the fat white guy that was in
the fat white dude who was in this movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there goes your answer right there. I didn't even know who the hell you were talking about, so of course I didn't know that. I answered that off the break.
What about you, Ayo? Did you even pay attention to his character actually being in the movie? Like did it dawn on? Did it play because like I said, he was forced to be in the movie. So, wasn't even relevant being as though he had such a small role, basically.
It wasn't relevant, but I did notice him in the movie because he was flipping the heck out of them burgers.
Just recently, I saw an interview with I heard an interview. I apologize. I heard an interview on podcast, and Eddie Murphy said he got interviewed by who's that? Oprah Winfrey, and he said Oprah Winfrey did not know that he actually that they played all the characters in the barbershop. He said he actually told Oprah Winfrey, like I was the old Jewish guy. And Oprah Winfrey was like surprised and shocked that they actually played them characters. Then I don't know how many times you watch Coming to America. I don't know how many times anybody else watches Coming to America. But I've watched Coming to America so many times where at the end of the movie, they show who's the character. Did anybody ever did it ever dawn on you that Eddie Murphy and them was or wasn't playing it? Like, when did you finally know? Hey, yo, when did you finally know they was playing those characters?
Well, my mother told me. She told me while I was watching the movie. She's like, all of them is Eddie. That's our thing.
T, what did it do?
I noticed it when I first saw the movie, the very first time I saw the movie. Because, you can kind of tell, if you're really looking at these characters, you can kind of see their features somewhat still. And I'm really into doing stuff like that, like paying attention in the movie. So I kind of noticed it's immediately. I noticed.
Yes, I actually really from the first, the only person who I didn't know somebody played was actually the old Jewish guy. That was the guy had one of the most funniest punchlines of all time that we still say today. What is this, velvet? That was the only. I didn't know
about my lion.
I didn't know Eddie Murphy played him. Everybody else, I knew from the get-go that Eddie Murphy actually was the person that played him. But as you, what you about to say?
I was about to ask you. So it was the short one, right? Who always sitting beside the Jewish guy. Is he actually one of them, or he's like a real person? Like he's a real person, right? Playing himself. That's not
I'm,
Eddie or that's a real person, right? That's not Eddie or Arsenio.
I
That
don't.
can't be.
I'm trying. Let me say this. I don't know who the heck he is, and every time I try to watch the show, I guess I see his name, but I've never seen who the heck he was. Like I don't. Siobhan said he's a real person. I
Yeah,
don't.
okay, thank you. I
I
thought
don't
so.
know who he is. I thought I'm like you. I always assumed he was some made up character like the rest of them. I really did. I really thought he was like a made up character like the rest of them. Now, Eddie, the movie was a classic. They tried to redo it. The funniest parts in the movie was, in everybody's, I think, in my opinion, was the characters, the barbershop scene. Michael Blackston part was a little but it wasn't really that. If they was to come out with an actual like spinoff in some way, let's even say like a little sitcom. Could you have watched a sitcom with just the characters that Eddie Murphy and them played? Hey yo, let me hear it.
Nah, I don't want to see no sitcom with them. That'd be
Siobhan on
You
it.
talking about all
Yeah.
of them?
Yeah, but I mean, just a sitcom is like, let's say the name of the show
barbershop.
was, let's say the name of the show was called A Day in New York, and every day they're just,
Oh, you
they're
talking about
at
the
the barbershop.
You talking about just at the barbershop?
No, let's say it's like a real show, like Seinfeld. Seinfeld was a whole show about nothing, like literally about nothing. Let's say that the show was somehow based in New York, and basically, it's basically about their day, and it's just like Seinfeld, where you just going off of their characters. Like, of course, other people probably cameos and interaction, but just their show. Because to me, I found it hilarious. I found that I can look at them and listen to them
As
talk
long as they go to the
barbershop talk all
barbershop.
day.
As long as they go to the
Mhm.
barbershop.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
barbershop is where it's at for me.
Huh?
The barbershop is where it's at for me. Like if they had a show and it was based around those characters that's in the barbershop, maybe those characters in the barbershop, the Reverend and the dude who was singing at the end of the movie. Them.
What's his name? What is his name? My man, Sexy Chocolate and
Yeah.
Randy
I could
Watson.
watch a
Randy
sitcom.
Watson.
Yeah. I could watch a sitcom with them in it. You know what I'm saying?
I can do a sitcom with them if it's like a date. It could be called The Barbershop. Like it could be called The Shop and like Randy Watson and them, all that. Tiffany said no. Oh yeah. I said Randy Watson. Yeah, it could be a show with just them, and they might go out dancing that night. Randy Watson. I can do a show. I honestly could do a show like that and watch it all the time because I know it'll just be a hilarious show. Like we wound it down to the end. One of the things y'all, they CGI'd Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall to make them to bring up a reason or how he could have had a son. Because I know we all was wondering when everybody heard the plot line, like, how's Eddie Murphy, going to have a son and this and the third. Do you think that was like a good thing to do? I mean, we both said that the son probably shouldn't have came out. But do you think that the way that they brung them or kind of introduced them to the Coming to America sequel, do you think that's something that should have been introduced? Hey, yo, how you feel?
No, I don't think I was trying to think if they could have introduced it a different way, and I just don't. I don't see a way where I like it. So no.
No.
I feel like it was necessary. That was a question that needed to be answered. I don't see no other way they could have answered it but to go back and show us what we didn't see in that club. You remember when they was doing a little speed dating type thing at the table? So we needed to see that. So it was pivotal. It was a pivotal part of the movie. So yeah, I feel like this should have been it. I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah. I feel like I didn't like the CGI. See, but I guess that's what upset me most about the movie. Because the part that they, because again, like somebody said early on, they rushed it. Like he should never have been introduced. And the way that they made it seem like Eddie got high, and then all of a sudden, he he all of a sudden got a woman pregnant. That kind of was such a throw off that I just feel like all of that messed up the movie. I really do feel like all that messed up the movie.
I can't agree with that. I don't feel like it messed up the movie. Yeah, I don't feel like it messed up the movie. I could see him getting high back then. Look at the time. You know what I'm saying? They didn't show it in the movie, but I could see that happening or whatever. That's the era they were in. You know what I'm saying? Then with the CGI, if you didn't like the CGI thing, how would you have done it then? Like, what would you have done to introduce him if you had to introduce him? How would you have done it?
I don't know. I think it was like, okay, it was necessary to show it, but again, I personally don't think the son should have been involved. So basically, because I don't think the son should have been involved, then basically that it is what it is. He was raped. She basically like she don't think that part should have
been. He was raped. We can't laugh at that. Isn't it some type of movement or something like that for dudes who get raped?
Yeah. Who said that's what they used to do?
We coming strong.
They used to drug dudes and rob them. I don't know about rape, but they used to rob them. Everybody's still listening to her music. Bodak Yellow just went to Diamond. Like, well, we're coming down to the end of the show. Like we do at the end of the show, we go through our ratings. Our ratings is based off certain criteria of the movie, not just a 1 to 10 for the movie, but the overall theme of the movie. So, hey, yo, I'm gonna start with you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good was the acting?
It was cheesy, so I gotta give it like a 4. It was cheesy. The acting.
It was cheesy.
Yeah. A 4.
Tiama. So what rating do you give it?
I said a 4.
You said a 4.
4. Okay, Tiama. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good was the acting?
I'm gonna give it a 7, and I give it a 7 because the actors are good actors, and they acted cheesy very well. So I'll give them a 7.
She said she could see him getting raped by Leslie. Probably good.
Why when I just read the comment, I was about to say, who, me? Because I just finished talking.
No. I'm with you. I don't think the acting was trash. I guess they sort of acted their part. So I guess I would have to give it like the acting was pretty cool. Yeah, I'll probably give it about a 7. Because I think they acted the part, but it was just like, I guess that goes into our next question. On a scale of 1 to 10, T, I'm going to start with you first. How good was the storyline?
It was like a 5. It was 5. I say it was a 5. I'm going to explain why. I say it was a 5 because I feel like they could have done more with it. That's the only reason I'm giving it a 5. It was a good idea, but I feel like they could have did more with it.
Hey, yo, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good was the storyline?
I'm going to give it a 6.
6?
Yeah.
You went high. You thought the acting was bad, but the storyline was good? Okay, let's go.
Yeah. It was okay. 6 is okay.
Yeah. On the storyline, I gotta give it like a 4. I gotta go. You want it? I don't think I gave none of
it. Because you're stuck in your ways.
Huh?
You're stuck in your ways, man.
You know I am. I'm old fashioned, like you know me.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
You know
you ain't even like the CGI.
Huh?
You ain't even like CGI.
Yeah, you say I ain't like CGI?
Yeah, you ain't like that part.
I ain't like none of
Your
that.
ways, old man.
The storyline was a 5. I said 4. Tiffany said it was a 5. My thing was the reason why, like I said, I felt like the beginning was an amazing concept. He got 3 daughters. His father's still alive. The whole concept about giving a funeral before somebody dies, I thought that was kind of like good.
That was tight.
I thought that old nonsense, Gladys Knight,
I do it.
Salt and pepper, you know, all the
a funeral before you die.
Yeah, I want to see everybody come celebrate me while I'm here.
I definitely did like Malcolm and McGree. I definitely thought Malcolm and McGree was good. We got Key. She give it an 8. What movie was you watching?
For the storyline?
She must be like our age. Like, how are you? That movie was. I'm not gonna judge y'all opinion. I'm not gonna judge. I'm about to argue with her. She talking about she was dying laughing at that. What you probably had 1 or 2 parts that you died laughing. 1 or 2.
And what part? About the funeral?
No, not the funeral. She talking about the. I guess I guess that's the part at the funeral that she probably laughed.
Yeah, that's the funny part when the father died and right. Never mind. I'm not about to go back there. That's disrespectful.
Morgan Freeman part was kind of funny. He's
just funny, period, to me.
Last but not least, like we do at this time, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good was the movie? Hey yo.
I'm gonna give it a strong 7.
A strong 7. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that.
I'm giving out 4s like birthday.
Like they said, everybody said the barbershop scene was the funniest scene. You could have done a sequel. You could do a movie with just the barbershop scene. I feel like you could do a movie with just the characters. I really do. Yeah. Tiffany gave it a 5. The movie. Key, she gave it an 8. Still, I still don't understand how. T, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good was the movie?
I'm gonna give that joint a 10. Yeah. No, I'm lying. I'm playing. I'm just joking with y'all. Y'all know I didn't think it was a 10. I'm gonna give it. Nah, I give it a 7. It's gonna be a 7 for me too. Yeah, it's a 7 for me too. Maybe a 6.
Damn, what you gonna give it? I'm
teeter-totter.
You teeter-totter, yeah. Again, it was Coming to America 2. Coming to America was hilarious. They bombed. The only thing that I like that they did in this movie, that they brought back so many of the original characters. But as far as the storyline in the movie, I give it an overall like 4. So that's 7. I give it a 4.
Hey, somebody go play that number 444.
I give it a 4.
A 4, Red.
Siobhan thought the movie was a 5. She said it was just okay.
So everything is a 4 with you, Red.
On this movie, how many movies did I say was a 4?
No, I'm saying a 4. That's disrespectful.
I felt like this movie should have never been made if they was just going to do this.
We got a little bit extra time, so I'm gonna say something about this because you ain't mentioned it. I had a problem with the daughter's outfits. She was sponsored by Puma or something.
She was sponsored by Puma.
She had a whole Puma sweatsuit. I thought she was in Africa. Everybody else had on the African attire. She had on Puma sweatsuit.
Maybe they was low key saying that's where Puma originated from in Africa. I didn't have it. Let me say this. I know people who said they actually loved her outfit. So maybe that was what they was trying to do. They was trying to bring her daughter outfit into modern day. Hey, yo, did you have a problem with that? The outfit being, the Puma being like the sponsor overall?
No, it's Puma's over there.
Okay, but I'm saying if you supposed to be like this traditional African village or whatever y'all are. I can't even say it's a village because it's a big ass castle by itself in the mountainside. So if y'all could be this one place, how did she the only one with Puma? Everybody else, like I said,
I mean, maybe she the only one they showed it on her because she was the only one that seemed like she was in a position to have it on. Maybe she's sponsored by Puma. I don't know. Maybe she's sponsored by Puma because she had to wear it in the movie.
Key, are you talking about the dancing? Because I had a problem with that too. Wesley Snipes dancing so damn much.
But I think Key liked it that when Wesley Snipes marched in. But like I said, I thought not him, but Michael Blackston parts was funny.
Michael Blackston was funny to me.
I thought his part. I could have done with Michael Blackston. I could have done without all of the stars. You didn't need Tiana Taylor. You didn't need the young boy from Power. I only watched Power, so you didn't need all them people. You really didn't. You could have really gave that money to some up and coming actress and really like that.
They could have just made this a musical.
Huh?
This could have been a musical. Coming to America, the musical. They had so many rappers and singers and dance scenes and shit in it. Could have been a musical.
But again, like I said, I give it a 4. So that's a 21 out of 30. So the movie overall, when you combine the scores, is like
take the damn crown off.
That's like a 6. Like,
give my damn crown back. My damn crown back.
So basically, if you like seeing 6 comedies, Coming to America is a checkout movie. I guess, man. Hey. So look,
it's a if you come over to my house and it's on the TV, watch it.
That part, that's what it is. It's not something that, man, what you about to do? You know what? I'm about to turn on Coming to America. It's not one of those. You could wait till it come off Amazon and actually go on TV and you wouldn't be missing anything. Did anyone, let me, real quick, before, we got about 8 minutes left. Real quick, did anybody have a problem that it was already PG-13? It was no breast being shown. It was a little more freaky back then. Did anybody think anything about that? Real quick.
I didn't even know what the rating was, but I knew it wasn't the same rating as back then. But you know, it only takes one curse word to make a movie change the whole rating, right?
Yeah.
So
I think
they probably rated it because the word curse word.
Yeah. So look, you know, again, this is the end of the podcast. You know, how like she said she watched it twice. I don't know why, you know. But next week we actually going to have a special guest. We're going to have a relationship coach on next week. We're actually watching a movie that came out about 15 years ago called She's Mad at Me. Oh, She Hates Me. With the guy Anthony Mackie as the character. You know, if y'all want to tune in next week and actually, you know, chime in and give y'all opinions on the movie, watch it this week. We go on live again, 8 o'clock next week. And if, you know, y'all want to chime in, it's actually a good movie. We're going to have like I said, we're going to have a relationship coach on with us next week. Somebody who has their own podcast, that's an avid listener, an avid watcher of our podcast. She's going to be on next week, and we're going to have I seen parts of the movie, so I'm sure the debate next week is going to be real hot and heavy. So basically, you know, hold up, let me get to this note, but I'm glad they didn't throw in. Yeah, you know what,
yeah,
I'm actually glad too. They ain't throwing the token game because that seemed like the new norm. So I'm actually, I didn't even think about that. So I'm glad they didn't. You know, but again, next week the movie is called She Hates Me. It's on I think it's showing free on Stars or Encore. It's showing free on one of the stations. I actually think you got to pay if you get it on, if you look at it on Amazon or Netflix or Hulu. But like I said, it's only about $2. But from what I've seen, it's a great movie. I think we're gonna have a great discussion. You know, it's on. Siobhan said it's on Star. So if y'all want to join in the conversation next week, you know, catch up on the movie She Hates Me. You know, but we all gonna get it in, laugh and joke, and you know, have a great discussion about relationship. You know, yeah, basically it's gonna be lit. You have all four brothers. Mm-hmm.
If you have a Fire Stick and you have the app Cinema, you can watch it on Cinema for free.
Okay.
Cinema
So
app.
you know, oh, you could Google it, you know. But again, the movie is called "She Hates Me." Anthony Mackie. I'm not even going to give you the storyline. I want you to watch it with a open mind. And you know, again, tune in next week. You know, we thank and appreciate everybody for the support. Thank you.
All right, everybody.